Alright guys, Forsaken has been dropping a ton of new reveals potentially coming in this huge update. Returning skins, a possible new survivor, sneak peeks, and some unexpected content. So let's break down everything you need to know coming in this update. So another skin that has been found in-game is the long-awaited Tenna Coolkit skin, based on Tenna from Deltarune. This skin was given out to the devs and testers to use in-game, with Infatior spotting one of them using it. This skin features a bunch of custom animations, with walk speed override now being a kick, and whenever you use pizza delivery, Tenna starts emoting and spawns in Darkness. Correct me if I'm wrong. Additionally, Corrupt Nature has been changed to a star, and the skin even includes a custom chase theme. It also has voice lines, so expect to hear some directly from Deltarune. Hopefully, this skin doesn't end up like MLG Chance, a skin that was completely finished but stayed exclusive to testers and devs for a while before finally being released as an achievement skin after testing phases. So there was a new trailer that the Forsaken team released, and at the end of the video, we got a sneak peek of one of the new survivors, Jane Doe. For now, all we know is that she carries an X, which will likely be one of her abilities. There will definitely be an LMS theme between John Doe and Jane Doe. Some fans are also asking, where's Azure? Hoping that both characters might appear together in a later update, possibly releasing on Valentine's Day, which would be the perfect timing. What else could we expect with Jane Doe? So after last time, a lot of people have started to find John Doe's Aberrant skin in lobbies with testers. With Jason Triel catching a tester using him with all of his abilities, the Aberrant skin now has the new redesign, since the old one got leaked a while back with the animations. We can also see that Aberrant is not as big as expected, with him being smaller to match his normal hitbox, since making him larger would basically turn him into another Sixer, easier to hit with stunts. He even has a new punch animation, fully giving survivors a good old left hook to the face, with his corrupted arm going into the ground to be used for corrupt energy. Then there's the digital footprint animation of him opening up the ground, followed by him tweaking after getting stunned like his system is rebooting. The new kill animation is still fairly buggy, but it looks like he's completely slashing up the survivor with his right hand. So far, this skin looks great, with a lot of detail put into it by Alexis Funny, as he's been working on this skin for many months. We should see this skin fairly soon, as him being given to testers probably means he's coming by Christmas. However, this skin could be a badge skin due to the long wait to obtain it, possibly requiring you to do something for John Doe to unlock the skin. Will you be buying this skin? There was an upcoming killer named Charlatan, based on an old popular Roblox game called Epic Mini Games. With one of the old models being made by Alexis Funny, I swear this guy has basically done everything for this game at this point. There were old models made that are now official models, but they still use the old textures. Coconut also talked about something a lot of people in the Forsaken community about why so many fan-made skin concepts never get noticed or picked up by the devs. People focus only on whether the moveset technically fits, instead of whether the character itself actually matches the killer. They also brought up Tenna, a concept they personally think is amazing, but one that fits way better with Charlatan's hypothetical WarioWare style moveset than any killer currently in Forsaken. They used that popular Azrael 1X skin concept as an example. The animations and VFX were amazing, but Azrael just doesn't fit 1X at all. Azrael would fit perfectly as a skin for Star Glitcher, a killer that isn't even in the game yet. Alongside this, another model of an upcoming killer called the Cataclysm, inspired by the Weather Machine model from Natural Disaster Survival, is now confirmed. The model has been slightly edited, but it's still not robotic enough. However, neither of these killers are in a fully confirmed state and are probably still in limbo, but it's still better to have confirmation that they're returning to Forsaken rather than them remaining as concept art forever.
Oh my god.
So, with the new killer Nosferatu, he released with no skins, but as of now, we have a sneak peek of what one of the new skins will be for players who bought Nosferatu in the Masquerade event. It might be available in the future the same way as the Legacy Tuotime milestones, which might become obtainable. This skin looks insane, with Nosferatu wearing a puffer jacket and puffer pants, with the barbed wire and his fingers having the dominant pinker color. The ribs that look like mouths in his chest and legs give me some sort of phobia for real. I just can't look at that and feel good, brah. A lot of people were observing the structure of the skin, basically implying that they want to crack this skin. But other than that, people are now heading back to grind enough suckers to buy Nosferatu, which will automatically give you this skin once it releases. But for now, we can see this skin coming later in the future. A lot of people were not going to grind the 3,500 suckers and instead wait for him to release after this event ends so they could get him at a reasonable price. But it looks like we will see the re-release in the future instead, as they don't want to give him out as easily to the people who weren't able to grind for it. What do you think of this skin? So we actually have a new redesign for Tutime. On Discord, Basil posted a sneak peek of Tutime's redesign. With their redesign some skins, renders may get some minor touch-ups just to correspond with their new look. Rather than that, things that have been currently revealed about their lore and identity will still be remaining the same. This is only a visual redesign change. So there was a big post about balance changes to Tutime to make trick stabbing slightly less possible. With the new balance changes, there are a lot, so pause the video if you want to read them. They mainly put Tutime back to what they were supposed to be, a stealth sentinel, instead of being able to attack from the front. With all of them being subject to change, some agreed with the updates, saying people will complain, but that was never the intended playstyle, and with Roblox's latency, it can be unreactable at times. High-level players said that the stab windup should be kept, but Tutime should be forced to commit to the stab during the windup, and only after it finished should they be allowed to move freely again. A lot of people agreed with these changes as a good way to balance Tutime and allow killers to survive trick stabs. However, many disagreed, saying trick stabs are the only way they can protect themselves in a chase, calling Tutime the weakest sentinel if killers use their hitboxes correctly, and some even complaining about looping so much that they quit Forsaken. But overall, it does seem like these changes give Tutime a solid rebalance, with crouching becoming more useful and reinforcing the stealth-focused playstyle. Are these changes worth doing? Forsaken also has a ton of old, unreleased concepts that the community has never actually seen in-game, and Cacklebox finally revealed some of them in a new thread. The first one Cacklebox showed was Hatred, a collab character that was apparently being planned a long time ago. Then we got an incomplete bomber moveset, something that was created almost a full year ago. Cacklebox didn't make the original kit, but they still had some ideas written out for it. Even though it was unfinished, it's still cool seeing how the character was shaping up before plans changed. Bomber had a pickaxe that you could swing dealing 20 damage, and you could get supercharged. There was also an early take on Azure, back when the team was figuring out how he'd actually play. The funny thing is that Cacklebox said this concept still holds up surprisingly well, even though a lot of the moves were basically inspired by Venom from Rivals. Another old one was Zombie King, a concept dating back to before Forsaken's alpha release. It even mentioned Vault Spaces, which were apparently a hot topic within the team at the time. Elemental zombies were being discussed way back then, long before players even knew it was an idea. Cacklebox also showed an extremely early one design with one of the first ever moveset concepts, which he admitted was really bad looking back at it. And after that came Subject_0, a concept made before Forsaken had any real balance rules. Finally, Bloody Mary was the very first concept Cacklebox ever created, and it's actually what got him on to the Forsaken team in the first place. So a forgotten skin is finally getting some more work done again, which is Purple Guy. We now have another snippet of one of the voice lines he will have. It is not a reference to the purple guy from FNAF, but it is based on Gogeta from Dragon Ball. He's clearly cooking with this one, giving the skin a proper revival and ensuring it won't be forgotten. The community is loving this new remodel, calling it one of the best looking reworks so far. Honestly, this could inspire other forgotten or scrapped skins to come back with brand new designs. So this update could end up being massive depending on what actually releases. What are you hoping to see come? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsaken in it.